Okay, so for this question, we've got a scale drawing and we're going to have to drag these icons onto the grid. But let's give it a read through first. Gia is rearranging her office. She has this scale diagram of the office. Gia wants to put a sofa and a table in her office. The sofa must have a rectangular space, 200 centimeters by 100 centimeters, and the longest side of the sofa must be against a wall. The table must have a square space, 150 centimeters by 150 centimeters, and it must be at least 200 centimeters from the door. Gia knows that the shorter walls are each 450 centimeters long. Draw a space for the sofa and a space for the table on the grid. Remember to fill in the key. So the problem is with this question that we can't even start it yet because we haven't been given a scale. We have to come up with the scale. So one square on the grid could be 1 centimeter, it could be a whole meter, we don't know yet. But the key bit of information we've been given, I highlighted a second ago, is that we're told that these shorter walls are 450 centimeters long. Now if I quickly count, each of these walls on the picture is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me just check that, it's always worth checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So each of those walls is 9 squares, and we're told that that represents 450 centimeters. So what we can do is, if we know 450 centimeters is 9 squares, let me write that out. 450 centimeters is 9 squares. Then if we divide by 9, we'll get what 1 square is. So 450 divided by 9 gives us 50. So that means that 1 square is 50 centimeters. So there's our scale. One square length on the grid is 50 centimeters in the room. Right, so now we can start messing with the sofa and the table. It doesn't matter which one we do first. Let's do the sofa because it comes up first in the question, it doesn't matter. So let's get it the right size. I'm lining it up with the corner because it will make my life easier when I try to make it be the right size. You can see there that you can click and drag the corners to put it where you like. And if you drag in the middle, you move it around. So I've lined it up with the squares in this corner. It must have a rectangular space 200 centimeters by 100 centimeters. So at the moment, it's only 50, 100 centimeters wide. So if I make it wider, 50, 100, 150, 200. So if I make it this wide, then it is 200 centimeters wide. Now the other length is supposed to be 100 centimeters, which would be 50, 100, 2 squares. So that's already the right size. The only other thing about the sofa is that the longest side of the sofa must be against a wall. So I can probably put it down here, I could put it over here somewhere, anywhere along here, and the sofa will be fine. I'm going to put it here for now, and if we have to move it to get the table in, that's absolutely fine. So let's work on the table next. We are told that the table must have a square space 150 centimeters by 150 centimeters. So again, let's try and get it the right size first. Let's make it 150 centimeters wide, so that's 50, 100, 150. So now it's the right width. But what about the height? So 50, 100, 150. And that does make it square, and it did say it has to have a square space. So the table must have a square space, 150 by 150, good. It must be at least 200 centimeters from the door. Now 200 centimeters is 4 squares, so 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, it's further away than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. It's more than 4 squares away, but if you want to be really sure, you can put it over here somewhere. It doesn't say anything about the window or anything being too close to the window. So as long as your table isn't down in this corner, it's just safer, put it over here somewhere, and that seems fine. Now with this type of question, it's worth just having another read through after you've got your answer, just to make sure that what you've put does fit the criteria you've been given. So, she wants to put a sofa and a table in her office, fine. The sofa must have a rectangular space, 200 centimeters, 50, 100, 150, 200, that's good, by 100 centimeters, 50, 100, that's good. The longest side of the sofa must be against a wall, great. The table must have a square space, 150 by 150, 50, 100, 150, that's good. And it must be 200 centimeters from the door, that's fine. Gia knows the shorter walls are 450 long. I suppose now's a good time to check. If each square is 50, is this wall 450 long? 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450. So everything checks out. Looks like we've done everything right. There's nothing more for us to do. So that's this one done, and that's the end of the paper. So that was good stuff. Thank you very much. Hope that helped. Great. Thank you.